Today is December 20th, 12:03 a.m. Uh, I am still in a limbo, and I'm not I'm not essentially making any strides and moving in a direction where I need to be in order to find normalcy. There's no normalcy at this one point. So essentially, when I was homeless for a year, I was stagnant as a homeless person. And I would stay there until the shelter told me that I had to leave. So essentially, I left the homeless shelter. Now I'm at this stage. At this stage. And at this stage, it has already been almost 3 months. And I fear that this may be a permanent location for me unless I figure something out. Um, Essentially, there's nothing I can do for the next 8 years. As a convicted felon, a grand theft convicted felon, uh, it is virtually impossible to obtain employment. Now, um, having made that statement, now I've chosen this path as a day trader. This path to day trader for me is excruciatingly very difficult. I may have chosen a occupation that may not be suitable. I may be completely uh, I may just be someone who's incompatible as a day trader, and I'm attempting to become a day trader. One example is, um, and I don't know how to eradicate this behavior. What I would do is I would trade mindlessly, and changing that behavior uh, on a permanent level is, to my knowledge, it's impossible right now. If I can figure that out, I could probably write a book on it. If I can figure out how to trade mindfully, then uh, I could probably write a book on it and then publish it, and it would be useful for people, person just like me. Maybe there would be one or two people who would read it, but they would find it very useful. Now, maybe there's books out there already that is able to fix this issue. So what do I need to do? Okay, so my number one issue is mindless trading. So how do I fix that? So how do I fix it? I have to solve this. If I can solve this, then my trading will begin. Okay? If I can figure this out, my trading will be a new beginning. So there is a thing called mindless trading. So how do I stop this mindless trading? Okay. Right? So how do I stop this mindless trading? So let's elaborate what I do. So here's an example that I did. I would wake up at 7:29 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, right before the market opens. And then I would use my cell phone to uh, to log in and look at the stocks. And then when it's 7:30, 1 minute later, while I just woke up a minute ago, I would start to trade. And the market is red, but I'm thinking in my mind, reversion trading, reversion trading. So I would get in and add. When it goes down, I would add more and more and more. And then at about 8 o'clock, a half an hour later, I have used up all my buying power, essentially using up all the capital that I have. And then the market starts to really move against my thesis, which is essentially going against the trend. Now, this is what I do. That's what I do. That's mindless trading. So that's one example. Now, today I did a similar thing, but I woke up and I drove approximately about 3 miles, parked my car in a garage, and then walked over a quarter of a mile to this office in the cold, and I sat down and did exactly the same thing. Okay? I did exactly the same thing. I did 3 stocks, used every bit of my buying power, and then the market moved against me, and I sold, and that's what I did. So that's a repeated scenario. That happens, it repeats over and over again, like the Groundhog Day movie. So, if I can fix that, how do I fix that? If I can fix that part of me, then I may have a chance of improving on a daily basis in order to move towards becoming a consistent, profitable day trader. So how do I do that? How do I do that? How? How do I move in that direction? So essentially what I'm doing is I'm buying a loser, because essentially on a red day, going against the trend is buying a loser. That's one. So don't buy a loser. Yeah, number one rule, don't buy a loser. Second rule is don't add to a loser. If I can achieve those two things, then it is possible for me to move in the right direction. And thirdly, if I can add a stop loss. Somehow, if I ever get into that situation, then I add a stop loss. And what I need to do is consider this as a see, the thing is, for the next 3 months, don't even think about making money. Just think about not losing. That's what I need to do. Not lose. So think about controlling my losses. So, so what I need to do is I need to figure out how. I need to figure out how to just limit my loss for the next 3 months. Just forget about making money. Forget about it. Forget about making money. Forget it. Just forget it. For the next 3 months, just forget it. If you can stick to this, if you can just stick to this rule, just forget it. Forget it. Okay? Forget it. For the next 3 months, just forget it. Okay? After you fix this, for the next 3 months, Okay, don't even try to make money for the next 3 months, and just fix these things. Put a stop loss, don't buy a loser, and don't add to a loser. These are the three things that I need to work on for the next 3 months. Okay? For the next 3 months. So, January, February, March, it'll be springtime. It's spring graduation. For the next 3 months, forget it. Okay? Just forget about making money and just work on it. Work on those three things. Okay? Stop adding to a loser. Stop stop going against the trend. Stop adding to a loser, and stop loss. Okay, those are the three things that I need to work on consistently each and every day. Okay, don't even think about making money. Just forget it. Okay, just forget it. That's what I will do. We'll see what if I do that today. It's already right here. 12:14 a.m. And I need to go in the direction of at least setting my stop loss. Just set the stop loss starting today. Okay, the objective is not my account may go to zero, but the reality is I need to set the stop loss. Just work on it. Just work on it, okay? And who knows, today, after being down for like 4 days straight, today's the day where it just screams up, right? So who knows? So let's try this. Okay, let's try it. Just forget it. Just forget about making money.